Hi, I'm Dini, acting as your instructor today for the course English for Medicine with the topic the musculoskeletal system. I'm going to show you, to explain to you, and to elaborate what are we going to learn in this course, especially with the topic the musculoskeletal system. Let's check it out together. Okay, so the next slide, of course, the table of contents. Basically, it covers what are we going to learn in this topic. So the first one, as you can see, it's the introduction, where I actually explain what is the lesson objective in this topic. And second, the definition. So basically, I'm going to explain to you what is the musculoskeletal system in general. And the next activity will be reading. So basically, it will be about the organization of a body. So I'll give you a passage, and then you will read it. And as a student, you will find certain term, and probably will try to find out the meaning first, and then I will show it to you. And the next will be vocabulary, and I actually divide it into two here. So there's a vocabulary for bones, and there's a vocabulary for muscles and joints. And of course, the next activity will be quick quiz. So in the quiz, of course, you're gonna have a simple quiz. It's just six numbers, and the quiz is about identifying bones. And of course, the last one, it'll be speaking. So basically, I provided a conversation, and you have to role play between a doctor and a patient with just general conversation, just to actually make you practice your speaking capability. Okay, now next slide is the introduction. Basically, I have told you before that it's about general info about this course. So, of course, the target students for this is health studies student who or health professional who actually a non-speaking speaker. So, yeah, in this context, it's Indonesian medicine student. And also, yeah, there's this general general statement about learning objective, master the content, acquire vocabulary, and practice communication skill, which will be discussed specifically in the next slide. So yeah, here it is, the learning objective. So there are actually 3 points here that what you're going to achieve by the end of the lesson as a student. So first, of course, you need to accurately use at least 10 medical terms related to this, to the topic, the musculoskeletal system. And the second one, it's actually you're able to identify and describe the function of at least three major parts of the musculoskeletal system, which the bone, joints, and muscle. And the last one, the third point, is you actually able to participate in a role play where you practice your speaking skills as a doctor and patient that involves this topic in English. That's basically the whole thing. What are we going to achieve? What are you going to achieve as a student by the end of this lesson? Now we move on into the core of this lesson actually. So basically we start off this topic with talking about the definition of the topic, which is the musculoskeletal system. So basically you can see it on the PowerPoint. It consists of all bones, muscle, joints, tendons, and cartilage that found in the human body. So basically I'm going to show students the definition first, and what is the main part of this system, and what is actually the function of all the three main parts, just three main parts of the musculoskeletal system, because that is our highlight in this topic. The next slide is actually the reading activity, but I put the title anatomy and physiology because that's actually like the whole subtopic that will be the reading passage. So basically, I just put it here as a title before student read this one, before student read this passage. Basically, the passage is about organization of the body. So before I actually jump into the topic, the system, body system, I need to see that the student actually understand uh, what is the organization of the body as a whole before it's terbentuk menjadi musculoskeletal system. So I will tell them to read this passage, and then I will bold highlight the terms that they will probably doesn't know yet. So next one, it's the vocabulary activity. Basically here, I don't actually put much instruction in the PowerPoint, but actually in this activity, I'm gonna tell my students that what you need to do is to identify first the bones, the vocabulary of the bones, and actually try to memorize it because yeah, it's important for them. It's a very important knowledge for them. And yeah, of course, next it's about the muscle. So yeah, basically it's the same thing. I will ask them to memorize it, identify and memorize it. Yeah. And the next one, yeah, we are jumping into the role play, which is very crucial too because it will hone their speaking skill. So yeah, this is basically the conversation. It's very general. It's not the it's not complicated at all, as you can see on the PowerPoint. It's not. Moving on, the same with the reading passage before, it's vocabulary for speaking. So basically, from the conversation before, I bold some of the terms that will most likely student will not understand, especially for the non-speaker. In this context, it's Indonesian, a medical student. So basically, I put it into a table and divide it, and then I translate it in Indonesian. I provide it, and the activity here, there's actually activity here which is they need to identify and also memorize it, same with the vocabulary before. Yeah, so for every vocabulary activity it will be for them to identify and then they will memorize it. We finally get into the final activity, which is the quiz. It's actually my favorite part. So yeah, let's just check it out. What kind of quiz that students are going to have? This is basically uh the quiz. So it's identifying bones. So as you can see, the student just need to click the right answer, and you can see this is actually the first thing you will see as a student, and this is how it looks like when you finally got the right answer, and here it is when you got it wrong. And I will show it to you, like let's answer it right now. Which bones D refer to? D, what is D? Let's click it and then submit it. Yeah, so because it's literally the end of our activity. So I think that's all from me. I already explained to you. I already like give you a very brief explanation about what are we going to learn in this course, especially in the musculoskeletal system. It might sound complicated, but actually it's not. And I already tried to make this lesson as fun as possible, but also still literally you will have a lot of useful knowledge from this course. So yeah, I think that's all from me. Thank you so much for listening. See you in my other video. Thank you.